up, pretty gang? It's your favorite nail tech, Peaches. We're back with another video. So today's video is going to be all about how I went ahead and did the super cute spring shorties. Super duper basic set, super easy design. Like, it's really nothing to it. Okay, before we get into it, let's do a subscriber shout out. And our subscriber shout out goes to K and Knight. Subscribed since 5:39 a.m. this morning. I'm having storage issues on my phone, which is why it would not let me send the email to myself. You know, just problems. So I apologize that it's not on the screen, but we're going to go ahead and continue forward. So we're using Nude Panther by Not Polished today, because y'all already know if it's not polished, it's not nothing. And it never will be. That's it, and that's all. And of course, Young Nails Protein Bond for prep, because Young Nails is the best for prep. I've been using it for years. Y'all know I'm a Young Nails girl when it comes to my core colors and my prep. So this particular client, I see her about once a month. She is a regular. You guys, can you believe she drives 3 hours to come get her nails done? 3 hours. That is dedication, okay? So I'm gonna warn you guys, I was really tired today. And so my application is not, it's not the bestest of the best. If you guys do need help with your application, for short nails, I do have videos on how to do, like, in depth on how to do short nails. This particular application, it was neither here nor there. Like, it's not bad, but it's not the absolute best, just because I was so tired. I was like, look, whatever beads I pick up, that's just what I'm gonna use. So we're gonna go ahead. You guys, I'm so sorry, I'm eating grapes. They good too. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna speed through the application, because I mean, that's not our main focus here, but I do understand that there is a good amount of you guys who do like to watch application, either because maybe it's a soothing thing to watch or for educational purposes. That one nail that you guys saw is coming up, I believe, or actually I think it's this one. She did have some lifting on like 2 nails. Now the reason why I went ahead and put a nail on is because her nails are pretty short, so I knew, okay, it wasn't going to be a problem. She had an incident the day before, okay, that basically, from what she told me, she had 6 nails on still the day before. She came to me with 3, so I'll have all that. We're just gonna put it that way. So whatever, her little incident that she had yesterday had caused her nail to lift, and if she was going to get a long length, I'd be like, no. But she's getting a very short length, very manageable. It's not going to really cause too much problems. You guys know I have turned people away for too much damage on their nails, and she doesn't really have any other real damage. So it is safe to go ahead and put nails on to all 10. So with this application today, I went ahead and tried to pretty much do the application in like 1 or 2 beads for the most part, just because her nails are also small, so I didn't want to be spending all day on application or nothing like that, because I mean, the type of set that we're doing here is so simple that it's like we don't need it to take any longer than it already takes, you know. Sorry, y'all, that was my last grape. It was so good. Green grapes and purple grapes. Listen, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm done with my snack. That was it. So you guys can see with the application, I am making sure that I just try and tuck the color as close as I can to the cuticle area. You can see we don't need extremely thick nails to be short. I mean, at this short length. We do want to have a nice layer of acrylic though, because otherwise, number 1, it won't dry, it'll still be flimsy, and number 2, even though short nails are short and you don't need a lot of acrylic, if you don't put enough, they will be prone to cracking, and like the tips of the nails will break off and things like that. They're not going to be very happy. So don't think just because they're short they are immune from like breaking and stuff like that, because you can most definitely crack them if you do not have enough acrylic and strength in the nail. So just keep that in mind for when you are doing short nails. you do want it to still have some sort of strength, because it is still an enhancement that is being applied to somebody's real nails, okay? So keep that in mind. You can see from the side how that index, the thickness, it's not super thick, but you can see it is enough. It's more than just like, oh, this is dip powder. And that's why a lot of people actually have problems sometimes with dip powder, is because even though, you know, the shops and stuff be like, oh, it's gonna strengthen your nails, which is like not untrue, but the thing is, dip powder is literally as flat as nail polish. So even though there's hella layers, it's also on the softer side. It's not as hard as dip. Now don't get twisted, dip powder is acrylic, but there is like a little bit of things missing from it, which makes acrylic a lot more, like, it dries harder, it's harder to file through, things like that. So that's why, because dip powder is softer through whatever process that they make it, even though it does have acrylic in it, you can still notice cracking in your nails and your enhancements. And that's why for overlays and stuff, I don't do dip powder. I still do acrylic, because I feel like it is, like, it gives the optimal, not only the look, but even a long lasting, you know, how do you call that, a long lasting whatever. Anyway, so I did decide to go ahead and include some shaping and filing. Now from here, we're going to be working in real time. I really just wanted to go ahead and speed through the application, because you guys see me do application in every video. I haven't been including shaping lately, but it's been a little minute since I've done it real time. So I just want to show you guys, how do I shape short nails. Now notice how I am holding the fingers, right? Because we don't want to cut nobody. We're going to do our best not to cut anybody. It does happen every now and then, but just, we want to do our best to absolutely not cut somebody, okay? So just hold their finger nice and stiff, look at it from a lot of different angles, and the key to a very, very nice and sharp, crisp shape is going to be the angle in which you use your file. Now the reason why I say that is because a lot of people have hard time getting the getting everything nice and crisp, because maybe they're unintentionally using their file to, instead of like holding it extremely like parallel to the shape, they end up kind of putting a little like twist on it, or putting a little, you know, a little extra oomph, and that actually causes the file to file inwards a little bit, as if you're doing coffin. So you kind of have to think about that depending on whatever shape that you're doing, and also the length. You just want to keep your file parallel to that shape, that nail in general. And if you don't want an area to be shaped or filed or touched, make sure when you're filing, you're just not touching that area. It is possible to use multiple areas of your file to shape and also not touch something else. If you look closely, well, you're probably not going to be able to see in this video, of course, but next time you're filing, when you look closely, see which areas your file is actually touching, because I guarantee you, especially as I shape, like, you know, over top, I guarantee you the whole file is not touching every single part. That's why I'm always looking. You guys can't see my head, but I'm always looking and checking and looking, because I need to be sure that no matter what I got going on, I'm not causing any extra denting or any extra work for myself to go back and fix. Okay, I have seen some people's comments in some of my videos saying that, you know, their problem is over filing, and that is actually a real thing. Someone in one of my lives had asked me, how do you know when you're done filing? For me personally, I have a certain look about the nail that I like. There's a certain smoothness, there's a certain, like, even though my application is already smooth and things, there's little things that I catch that it's just like, I like it to be a certain amount of crisp. There's just certain little things that need to be tweaked, right? But if you're a beginner and you're just so focused on trying to get that shape the right way, you might not be paying attention to, like, oh, I should have stopped. That's how you end up with the coffin that's too skinny, too ballerina, or a square that might be pointing to one side, or, you know, a stiletto that's not all the way centered. So I would say, to avoid over filing, you see how I'm like taking breaks to look and going back and forth and seeing? Sometimes pause, look at what you got going, right? And see it from a different angle, and see, okay, do I need to keep shaping, or is this enough? That's all it takes, I promise you. So Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so tired. I really didn't get no sleep last night, and I gotta wake up early again. But on the flip side, you guys, my birthday is coming up. I am planning, well, not planning, people are helping me plan my birthday and stuff, and I'm about to be doing my nails in the next couple days. I'm about to be doing my hair. I'm just excited. I will be 27 years old, and that's part of the reason why I'm tired. Well, not because I'm 27, I mean kind of, but just I've been doing so much back and forth between work and trying to get myself ready for my birthday festivities, and I'm wiped out. Okay, so at the end, I always make sure to compare each nail to each other as well as to the other hand. I make any adjustments, and I just continue to adjust until I'm happy. Okay. So buffing, I always buff after each and every client. We're about to do nail art, so I'm especially about to buff. Now the thing about it is, when you don't buff, well, number one, all those little pieces of the tip and random things like that get trapped under, and sometimes your clients cannot wash their hands good enough no matter how hard they try, because it is physically like still attached. Okay. And number two, buffing gets all the scratches out, so when you apply bling and things like that, the glues and the hard gels and stuff that you apply, they won't sink into so many of the scratches that are there. That is the number one reason why I buff after each and every client, because I do not like that appearance of the glue sinking into the bling. Okay, so here goes the shape. Yes ma'am, yes ma'am. Okay, and what are we getting ready to do? Okay, so here goes the colors I use. So I mixed all these colors with white, and we made like pastel versions. So I used Taser in that yellow color, I can't see it from here, to make that yellowish nude, Orbit in white to make the lavender, Mega Jam in white to make the pink, and Sonic in white to make that blue. Now she did show me a picture, period. I mixed all these on one try too. She showed me a picture, I looked at it one time, and this is kind of what I got out of it. Now, when you're doing designs like these, I like to use Young Nails Mission Control. It is a thicker texture and consistency, so don't be scared to load up your brush. A lot of people that don't like using the Mission Control, it's probably because you're not using enough product on your brush. No, I'm not gonna lie, you're probably gonna see me struggle a little bit, because I made enough stuff, or I guess colors, but also at the same time not enough to be like fully loading my brush. So if you see me struggling for color, it's because I kind of was, but I was like, no, this is gonna work. I know it is. So using the Mission Control, because of the consistency, it stays in place, it doesn't move around, it's not runny, and it's very, very pigmented. So I do not have to do multiple layers of polish for my design. Because if y'all have not already noticed, I do not like doing hella layers of color, because it just bulks up the nail, and it's just not for me. Okay, so I try to get as much pigment as I can in one go. So the pinky, I started here, right? Just because that's just what I chose to do today. Normally I would start the index when I'm doing design, so I can get an accurate like scale for the rest of the nails. But this type of design, it kind of doesn't need to be that specific. So realistically, once you do one line, well, not a line, once you do one section that you're happy with that type of shape, and you know, okay, I could keep going with this, you're good, because you're gonna get so used to like doing that shape. And then, you know, if you have a cleanup brush, you can enhance the little squiggle arch that it has, and you can kind of call it good. Now see, I kind of wanted to map it out first. Now here's the thing, I don't know even why I did that. As soon as I did it, I was like, no, please. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Sometimes I just be trying stuff just to do it, just to see, and I wasn't feeling it. So you see, this is let me mention that I am working on a top coated surface. The way I just wiped off the acetone off of the nail and the design, that will show you, like, you see how easy that was? Nothing sank into any cracks or anything like that. I do not like doing nail art on top of just purely buff nails, because when I do want to use acetone to get rid of a design, the acetone kind of melts with the acrylic and the gel polish, and it kind of causes the gel polish to kind of like meld between the cracks in the acrylic, and I really don't like that, because then sometimes you have to buff out the gel polish and it's just more work than what it's worth. So honestly, if you're having a hard time with what is that called? If you're having a hard time with nail art, just top coat first and see what's going on. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and switch. You see how I just kind of made like a little hump? Literally a little lump. That's all it takes. And I just did it on the opposite corners and kept it pushing. Like, once you make that initial little pattern of a design, just make sure it's something that you know you can keep up with. Now this was quick, it was swift, there's nothing to it. Honestly, this is a very, very beginner friendly design, because push come to shove, if you have a hard time working with the opposite, you know, using your hand to work in the opposite direction, guess what? You don't make it opposite, just make it the same and it'll be fine. And you know what? They're not gonna, I don't want to say they're not gonna pay attention or not gonna notice, but as a client, they're just looking for that overall look. I even asked her, do you have a preference what color goes to what? She told me no. So just based off of that alone, as long as you're able to provide your clients with something as similar to what they're looking for, that's the goal. Okay, it's a lot of clients out there who want you to put your own little twist on it, because guess what? We are not robots. We do not see a picture and just produce the exact same image the exact same way. I personally don't like copying images like exactly, because at the end of the day, I'll be honest with you, you guys, I'm so sorry, I'm about to fall asleep. I'm over here talking like I'm not about to fall asleep. I'm trying to make it through. But yeah, some pictures and stuff, like some sets are not done as well as they could be, so when you're asked to recreate something, sometimes you could just get hung up on like, okay, what is it that I'm doing again, because this set is just not done very well. So you know, that's why you tweak it and you make the design your own. And be honest with your clients and tell them like, hey, if I would have thought this picture was ugly or something, I would have told her like, I'll be honest, this is not the most flattering, let's try it this way, or let's try this nail design, or this line art, you know what I'm saying? So just to give you guys a little boost in confidence in your nail life. And I'm so sorry, yo. And just to know, these designs are so easier than what it looks, you guys. Just break it down into shapes. Like, oh, what shape do I see? Okay, I see some sort of like squiggle, so let me go ahead and do that. Now the picture did not have the lines going up as high as I did on these single ones. I went out of my way to do that because I feel like that's what I thought was cute, and it just kind of went and flows. But yeah, break everything down. Oh, I'm so sorry. Break everything down. See what shapes do you see. Oh, okay, what type of lines do I see? And just take it on section by section. Okay? And that's for any type of nail art. Because at the end of the day, like I said, we're not robots, and everybody has their own way of figuring out how to do a lot of these designs. Now, always be more than willing to try. Well, I guess technically you don't have to, but I am always willing and ready to try, because you never know who you'll come across that might put you onto something else, that puts you onto someone else, that, you know, just continue to support and spread your name out there. And then you might be doing these nail designs all the time because now everybody freaking wants them, and now you're good at it. Like, crazy. Anyways, I really hope this voiceover made sense. I'm not even gonna lie. I definitely felt like I was not even here while recording this. Like, I could see my, like, I was definitely in my dreams and in La La Land recording this voiceover. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it will help somebody. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, which is with the overall I'm sorry, y'all, overall video and stuff. I'm about to show you another clip of the nails all done again, the final result. And of course, listen, I'm finna take my butt to go to sleep because this is just too much. This is too much. Huh? Oh, y'all, I thought somebody was talking to me. I need to get off the computer because I'm so tired. I'm over here responding to people in my dreams. Okay, you guys. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy this video. Stay tuned once again for the final result that's coming up literally like any moment. And of course, I will see you guys in the next one. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know exactly when I post. You don't want to miss out. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss out. Here go the final look. Super cute, super spring, and I'm out of here.